What's going on, everybody? Spinito here. Hope you all are doing well. This is my first video I'm putting on YouTube of me, actually. I had a little fun with this current event, the Resolute event. One of the events was having to do damage with Flamer, so I had a little problem trying to find a good mech that I could play this with. Eventually I did, and I picked the Piranha. Mainly because the Piranha has some of the variants have multiple energy mounts, and also it's fast, and plus I like the Piranha too. So this is a way, if you like to play with flamers and also some laser, I will let you guys see what I'm working on. So here I have the Piranha variant 2. I'll show you the mech lab. So I've installed 3 flamers, one in the center torso, one in the right, one in the left. I've installed micro lasers, double heat sinks, and then micro lasers on each arm. I wanted to avoid putting the flamers in the left and right arm in case you actually do get damaged. Doesn't work out very well if you lose a flamer. So I've been toying with it for a little while. Ooh, I need to fix this too. My fault. I've been toying with this a little bit. It is a very dangerous build because if you've never played Piranha before, or if you know the reputation of the Piranha, you can easily die. Especially that the armor is very weak for the Piranha, especially if you don't have any skill points for armor hardening and such. So it's a little difficult at first to build your Piranha up, but once you start getting your skill points, which is I'll show you here as well, I filled out pretty much everything in survival for now. I don't have an AMS system quite yet on there. I do have room for it, but I just haven't decided to do that yet. So with this build, it's very much a brawler build. If you're new to playing lights, you have to kind of shoot and scoot kind of thing. If you're a brawler, you can't overstep your boundary. What I mean by that is you can't go in and fight like a heavy or fight like an assault. You have to kind of sit back a little bit, assess the situation, and if you see somebody, the enemy, quote unquote, is by themselves, you have an opportunity to use the speed and the agility that a light has and pretty much dwindle them down to nothing. The flamers are nice because if you use the flamer, you're heating up their mech, and with the micro lasers, you're opening up their armor and you pretty much finish them off, which is nice. It is very much a troll build because when you flame them, you shut them down and they're pretty much useless. They can't do anything. Also as well, I will show you this as well, just so that you guys are aware of when you do this build, if you're kind of new to MechWarrior, if you're familiar. So the warning says firing more than 10 micro lasers simultaneously will result in a heat spike higher than normal. So what I did was, for my weapon groups, for my arms, I alternated also my micro lasers. So I'm only shooting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the first firing group, and I'm firing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the second firing group, and then I have flamer designated to one button only, or one firing group only, which is one button for my mouse. So that seems to work out pretty well. I found out the hard way when you add more flamers. If I have a moment, I could show you that. But for now, it's kind of safe to do at least 3, no more than 4. 4 is kind of cutting it kind of close, so you can actually shut down and you can actually explode. But I could show you that later. But anyway, so here's my, if you want to see if this might work out for you, you can alternate however you'd like to do this. I found that this might actually be the best way to do it. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a match started. In other news, I hope you are all doing well during this pandemic, as you all know. If you are coming back to MechWarrior or you're still playing it, if you've not noticed or known, Piranha Games, they've changed the matchmaking process, and it has become, in a kind way to say it, it's very rough sometimes to play. You'll be in matches with whether you're outgunned, outgunned. You could be one of the games I played. Out of the 12 players, 6 players were lights, and we had no assaults. You'll get combinations like that, or you'll be on the winning side because you have like 4 or 5 assaults in your side, and the other opposing side doesn't have any. The tonnage and also skill seems to be quite a pain in the ass, for lack of a better term. So if you're already frustrated with the way MechWarrior Online is going, the matchmaking process as of right now is not going to make it any better. So we're going to play Conquest, just a capture point. What's up, everybody?
Yep. Hello. Hello.
Oh, we got a chatty bunch today. Oh, we got some familiar faces, like one person I've played a lot with, Stone Falcon. I fought alongside with him last night while he was in his Annihilator. Nice guy.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Command to warriors. Capture resources and wipe the surface clean of any enemies.
I'm gonna let the slow movers take the first point over there. I'm gonna see if I can kind of push to Theta.
Left side, guys. They're gonna be pushing the left side hard, so just go there. Don't NASCAR right. Just go left.
We've captured Gamma.
Oh, change of plans.
The capping is secondary to killing.
This is gonna be a big fight around Echo 5.
Yep.
Yeah, do not cap. We need to fight. They are gonna be fighting us. We need everyone's guns.
Is ours. Kappa has fallen.
Why are we not playing objective? Okay, fair enough. Okay, that leaves me puts me in a bad position at the moment.
Target spotted.
Target acquired.
Target spotted.
We're in Echo 5.
Has resource point Theta.
So as you can see, I fired all weapon systems to include Flamer, and it heated me up pretty quickly,
Heat level critical.
which is a very dangerous build.
Left torso.
You just have to be really careful on how you fire weapon
Then
systems.
Echo 5.
So I wanted to show you that so that you can see you have to be very, very careful with what you're doing.
Airstrike online.
Because even though your micro lasers don't put out a whole lot of heat, the flamers will. So it's got to be very careful on how you're positioning your weapon systems and your firing groups. So what we'll do here is I'm going to show you something else. So I'm going to take Frozen City. I'm going to take for a little joyride. I should have showed you this much for a better testing environment, but that's alright. So we're not going with the Commando. I want to see if I can hit the Cicada. It's a medium mech. So once you're behind a target, obviously they're not going to be staying still, but you fire your flamers and just watch where you're. If you look at the flamers, the little bars next to the distance is where it becomes an effective weapon. Watch the heat. Once the armor starts opening up on their target, then I would start firing the lasers, and you just pretty much melt them away. Now there's a heavier target up here, so I'm going to show you that.
Target acquired.
The Notorious Atlas. As you all know, the Atlas has a lot more armor. And you do the same thing. You get behind your target. Now, for the Atlas, you can aim for the butt. It'll still work. Just watch your heat. So it starts climbing.
Heat level critical.
So the longer you use your flamer, the hotter you start getting. And the heat begins to increase. So slow it down just a little bit. And now because my flamers are red hot, I can still use my micro lasers and just go to town.
Target destroyed.
I think there was a catapult up here if I'm not mistaken.
Target acquired.
This is a very vicious build against, LRM boats. So if you hate LRM boats like me, it'd be really fun to mess them up. And then you can watch the heat creep up again.
Heat level critical.
You're still effective.
Target destroyed.
And then there's another light mech I'll just do it with.
Target acquired.
Target spotted.
Target spotted. Now I'm going to move around him a little bit. Oops.
Heat level critical.
Now I exceeded my heat just a little bit. So I got 2 overzealous on trigger puller.
Heat level critical. Heat level critical.
Oop, got a little too close. Ah! Now I've been hot for a while. So you can see on my my damage display, I'm taking damage from heating up. So you got to keep that in mind as well. So I'm going to let my heat go all the way down to 0. And I'm going to fire all lasers. Things like goes down to 0. Firing all lasers.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Another medium mech, the Centurion. Just heat him up like a hot pocket.
Target destroyed. New target acquired.
Well, you should get the picture. A quit match. So maybe it might help you out a little bit if you just want to make a little troll build. The Piranha is definitely my favorite. I like the light mechs a lot. I think playing as a light MechWarrior has made me a better heavy and assault player. So if you're looking to kind of fix your skills a little bit, light mech is definitely the way to go. But I like the Piranha a lot. I love the Piranha. Next to the Raven, of course. My Raven's my favorite. But the Piranha's good. Of course, this is a way to make a decent little flamer build with laser. Just remember, as a Piranha, that you're light. You have little to no armor. And if you're brand new to the Piranha, you have a lot of skill points you got to really put on. And survival, the survival tree is the most important one you got to work on. Other than that, have fun. You'll probably, as a warning, you're probably going to piss some people off when you shut them down. It's part of the game. But it is a troll build, but it is a lot of fun. So hopefully you enjoy it. Thank you for watching. And I really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you like what I posted up, just feel free to, like, subscribe, stuff like that. And let me know what you think. Have fun. I'll see you on the battlefield.